One of the rarest and hardest to get Pokemon in Pokemon Go is Pikachu Libre. This is one of those Pokemon that you could only get if you exceed in the Go Battle League, specifically if you hit Legend Rank. And with this recent season that just started, you're actually going to be able to get Pikachu Libre without hitting Legend Rank. So, for pretty much every single player, this is your opportunity to get this Pokemon. And I'm going to be telling you how you can do that in this video. Let's get right into it. Alright, what's happening everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about a particular Pokemon which a lot of players have been wanting in their Pokemon Go collection, and that is of course Pikachu Libre. This is actually one of the rarest variants of Pikachu that you could get, and it's actually obtainable if you were to excel in PvP. The way that you normally get Pikachu Libre is by hitting Legend Rank within a PvP season, and then you're going to get Pikachu Libre as a reward, and you could potentially even get it as a shiny. But every now and then there is something called an interim season, and that is precisely what we're in right now. This is a season that is a bit of a break season before the competitive scene kicks off, and it's a season where they actually offer Pikachu Libre without hitting Legend Rank, and the way that you get it is by hitting rank 20. Now the key thing here is that when you're trying to hit rank 20, yes, it will require some PvP experience, but you do not lose any rankings as you go along to rank 20. So even if you go with a very low ranked team and you're just trying to get a few wins here and there, you're eventually going to hit rank 20, at least without having to actually put in a lot of effort with a PvP team. So this is a very big opportunity for you to pick up Pikachu Libre. Even if you do not do any kind of PvP, you should still be doing your battles and trying to get at least rank 20 so that you could get yourself this super rare Pokemon. Now for this video, I'm actually going to jump into some PvP battles, and if you could see right here, this is my Great League team. It's an Azumarill, as well as a Lickilicky, as well as a Stunfisk. This is somewhat of a meta team. I think Azumarill right now is a super meta Pokemon, and even if I do not get a whole bunch of wins, you're going to see that I'm going to rank up. And as I rank up, that's going to get me closer and closer to rank 20, and that's going to allow me to pick up a Pikachu Libre. And if I get lucky, maybe I'll pick up a shiny Pikachu Libre, and that means I just do not ever have to worry about PvP. But yeah, Pikachu Libre is definitely a Pokemon worth going after, considering how rare it is. Alright, so this is a super easy setup. Obviously, the matchups are going to be a lot easier in these lower ranks, and considering I'm going with a bit of a meta team, it's going to be very difficult for my opponents to actually take me down. And I realize I used the shield there. I probably didn't have to, considering that Raichu doesn't really do that much damage against Stunfisk, but it is what it is. I'm not really that good at PvP, so I tend to make a lot of mistakes, and maybe one day I will actually take PvP extremely seriously, and I'll actually be able to hit some ranks that are going to be notable. I don't know. But it's a kind of, I don't know, it's an aspect of the game that I just never really got into. I feel like for a lot of players, it's kind of like an acquired taste. I know there's a lot of content creators out there who really pride themselves on PvP. I think they should just keep going with their content. It's actually a lot of fun if you can get into it. It's just, for me, it's just, I don't know. Like, you got to think about PvP IVs, you got to think about certain Pokemon that are going to be relevant now, and then later on down the road, they're not going to be relevant at all. It's just all stuff that's just, it's just a lot. And I just have a hard time getting into it. But, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll actually find myself getting really invested in PvP and then coming up with a good season. Alright, so they just quit out. You're going to find that a lot of players are just going to straight up quit when it comes to PvP. They're just going to look at the battle and then feel like they have no chance of winning, so they're just going to quit out. But regardless, yeah, I feel like if you're really, you know, someone who just ignores PvP, like me, you could still get yourself this rare Pokemon, this Pikachu Libre. So I think this season is very important. it's going to be one of those where if you've never PvP'd, you got to pay attention to this. You know, it could be your one chance to get a Pikachu Libre, and that is something you should definitely not ignore. All right, so even though Sir Viper is not really a powerful Pokemon, it's still a strong matchup against Azumarill. So I'm going to switch out, and yeah, I have no worries that I'm going to struggle with these PvP battles. I think having this team up against some of these lower level players, you know, it's not going to cause a lot of stress. But the thing is, even if you do not have meta Pokemon, you still can get to rank 20. No problem. I mean, I could probably do this effortlessly and still reach level 20. Once I complete these 5 battles, you're going to see, like, I do feel like it's not that difficult. It's really something that just requires some time. So you get 5 sets of battles every day. So for a total of 25 battles, as long as you're doing those every day, regardless if you have a winning record, you're going to hit level 20, rank 20, no problem. And you're going to pick up that Pikachu Libre. So that is something you should definitely keep in mind during the season. Like, you should just go for it. You really should just go for it. I think it's, uh-oh, I'm experiencing some lag. Of course I am. Yeah. That's one issue with PvP that has persisted, and it's one of the reasons why I have a hard time enjoying PvP, is that there's just so many issues with, I don't know, like lag and technical issues like switching, I don't know. And like, there's definitely cheaters that are rampant in PvP. These are all things that I really wish Niantic would fix, and until they do, I think a lot of players are just gonna not care about PvP. Because, yeah, I should have taken out that Pokemon very easily. But because I experienced some lag, I was not able to do so. Oh wow, interesting, okay. So, we got 2 grass types, but it still should be no problem. I know this is not going to do a lot of damage, but right now we're just trying to maybe bait out some shield. Oh, well actually they're done with shields, okay. So, what I'm gonna do is launch a second Mud Bomb. I do have my 2 shields still, so that's good. So I'm gonna jump in this person. We'll do Ice Beams, that'll knock them out. Should be no problem. Boom. Alright, and we got one more. And boom. Alright. No lag. No lag there. That would have been problematic if there was. Yeah, so PvP is a bit of a grind. I totally recognize that. And also the technical issues. And then of course, there's issues with like the meta. And there's also issues with, you know, cheaters and all that sort of stuff. So if you're someone who just doesn't like PvP, I totally understand that. I totally recognize that this system is just not for everyone. But yeah, Pikachu Libre is definitely one of the rarest Pokemon. It is a Pokemon that does draw a lot of trades, for example, and you might as well just pick one up. If there's anything you want to do for this season, like at least just hit rank 20, pick up the Pikachu Libre, and then just call it quits. You don't ever have to PvP again after that. You might as well just get this Pokemon. I don't think there's any other way you could pick up Pikachu Libre other than PvP. So, you know, because of that, you might as well just go for it. Just get it done. All right, well that hurt. I'm gonna try to get a shield out at least. And then we'll throw in Stunfisk, because I think Stunfisk will be okay against this. All right, there goes Azumarill. Shadow Scizor is actually a pretty hard-hitting Pokemon. I'm actually kind of concerned. Yeah, but regardless, it's effortless. Hit rank 20, get your Pikachu Libre, and that's essentially it. So, yeah, I'm essentially not really, I don't know. I'm kind of underestimating this opponent. I feel like I should be paying more attention. Oh yeah. Actually, I might just lose out. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so I will say, as long as you're getting your battles in every single day, and as long as you are consistent and just getting your 25 battles done, you don't even have to have a winning record, like I said. You just need to just go as far as you can. hit rank 20, get Pikachu Libre. It's a super rare Pokemon. You can only get it if you hit legend rank in a typical season, and it's not often that we have these interim seasons. I think maybe it's like once a year that we get them. So yeah, this is your opportunity to get Pikachu Libre, and you should not miss out on that. But that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding everything that I talked about down below. Is there a particular PvP tip that you would like to share, or do you feel like this is going to be one of those seasons where you might actually try out PvP, specifically to get Pikachu Libre? Definitely share your thoughts, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to every single one of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you could do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. And if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to personally add you to my Pokemon GO friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids, the friendship system, all that good stuff, the weekly challenges. If you want to play Pokemon GO with me, make sure you go and check out my Patreon. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on any of the platforms you see on the bottom of your screen right now. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and you'll have access to some exclusive content, and you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. Oh, and before I end this video, let me mention that I actually opened up an Etsy store. So if you want to get yourself a really cool custom gift for a loved one or for yourself for this holiday season, make sure you go and check out my Etsy store. I create a lot of custom made, like, K-pop related merch, and it's all really cool stuff, and I've been getting some pretty decent reviews, so yeah, maybe there's something there for you to get, and make sure you go and check it out. It's gonna be in the description below. Yeah, head on over there and see if you find something that you will really like. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you in the next one.